Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is that time of the month again where we're going to be talking about my monthly favorites. Some months I have more than others. This month I have quite a few. So let's go ahead and jump into what I have been loving in the month of February. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is a set that I received from Octoly and the company called Illume. I've talked about this company before because I received their holiday kind of gift set. And this, I believe, is more of like a spring gift set, which would make sense because the name is the Spring Fling collection. And it comes with 2 candles that look like this. So the tops are kind of very springy and decorative. One is gardenia and coconut milk. I have been burning this one. It smells very good. This one is Citron Star Jasmine, which also smells good. This is more of a floral scent. I have hair on my finger. I typically don't go for floral scents, but this one I haven't even burned yet, but it smells so good. It's passion flower nectar, so it looks a little bit different than the other one. It smells amazing. And then it comes with a set of these 3 minis in the 3 scents that I just said. I love the Illume candles. The ones I talked about in their holiday collection were amazing. I still burn them when I get the like Christmas urge, which I get very often throughout the year because they smell like a Christmas tree. And those would throw the scent into my entire house. These I don't feel like are as strong. I still like them, but I feel like at least these 2, because I haven't burned the other one to be fair, but at least these 2 I feel like don't throw as far as their holiday collection. So if you got that one, these are going to be a little more subtle. They still smell great, but they're a little more subtle. I still recommend sets like these, especially because I'm going to have a promo code from Octoly that gets you 20% off, because they can easily be broken up into gifts. I mean, there's like 6 different gifts here that you can give to people for hostess gifts, or I love to keep stuff like this around the house just in case. You know, something pops up and I'm like, oh, I don't have time to go get something. I like to have this kind of stuff on hand. So I did want to mention that, but I did want to kind of give a little bit of a review and compare it to the holiday collection in case some of y'all got that per my recommendation. I have mostly makeup, a couple of like randoms. I'll save those to the end. Let's go ahead and start off with the bronzer that I have on my face. This is a bronzer that has become a re-love of mine, and I really probably could have put this in my January favorites because I used it for like the last 2 weeks of January and for about the first 3 weeks of February. There was a solid 2.5 week period where I did not use another bronzer, and this is the Bare Minerals Original Loose Bronzer. Now, this is in the color Faux Tan. This is the color I have on today. I also have this in Warmth, but I don't know where it went. I think it's probably still in my travel bag. I love both of them, but this is just the one I'm going to show you today. So this is a loose product. I will show you the brush that I use it in, but I put it in the top. I swirl it around. I get it on the brush. This is the color right here. Faux Tan is a little more subtle than Warmth, which now I've really got to find that. But it still shows up perfectly fine on my skin tone. I use this Morphe E4 brush. It doesn't have to be anything specially like this. I mean, Bare Minerals sells brushes that will work with it. I don't have any. I just like a denser brush so that I'm able to really swirl it in the cap, get it really worked into the bristles. I tap it out on my hand once, and then I just start like tapping it, and then I'll start buffing it. The main reason I have been loving this is because of the sheen it puts on your skin. This is a loose mineral product, so it will have a natural sheen to it. If you do not like that in your bronzer, you are not going to like this product. If you like a really luminous finish and love a natural skin look, you are going to love this product. So you can see how it looks on the skin. If you really look at the swatch, which is probably not going to translate over camera, there is a really pretty sheen to it. It's just a gorgeous natural bronzer. So if you like all of the things that I just mentioned, I would highly recommend looking into these. They are not that expensive, especially if you catch them on a like 20% off sale, which Ulta and Bare Minerals website do often. So had to mention that because I truly have been absolutely loving those colors and that formula. The next thing I have been loving is this eyeshadow palette that I have on my eyes today. I used this in my all drugstore video. I got a few comments saying that I sounded like a snob in that video when it came to drugstore and how I said I'm not typically a drugstore person. That was not meant to come off snobbish. I mean, I'm sorry that here's what I've learned on YouTube. I will offend someone just by saying Bare Minerals. Somebody's not going to like how I said it. They're not going to like that I said it. They're going to say something about the brand that I should not have mentioned it because of. So I meant nothing nasty saying that I'm not typically a drugstore person. It's just not something that I typically gravitate towards. However, this palette, which is what I used in that video, the Hey LA Eyeshadow Palette, is gorgeous. And I'm not kidding you. I use this for 2 weeks straight. Most specifically, the shades that I used in that video, it's the same eye look that I have on today. I absolutely love it. I use these two shades right here, mix them together, and then this shade right here. This one already has a dent in it, or I am surprised that it doesn't have pan hit on it already. This is such a gorgeous peachy shade. It really brightens up the eyelid area. It's not so metallic and glittery that it's going to, you know, make anything look crepey. It's just so pretty. So I understand and totally respect the fact that people do not have the same budgets. Totally get that. I have not always been someone that can afford higher end products. Trust me, the drugstore used to be my absolute best friend. I don't care if you're all high end, if you are all drugstore, I don't care. This is a palette worth looking at. This is $9.99 when you don't find a sale, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love all of these Essence eyeshadow palettes, the one that have 9 pans, but this one, because of this combination, has been an absolute favorite. And I'll go ahead and talk about the brushes that I wanted to mention because I used one brush for this entire eye look. The new Precision brush line from BK Beauty. I mean, honestly, Lisa can do absolutely no wrong with her BK Beauty brushes. I love all of them that she's put out, and I use them regularly, as you probably see in my videos. This is the 5-piece set that she just recently launched. So it has 206, 207, 208, 108, and 107 brushes. I love all of them. I have 2 specific favorites. These I love and I use. Okay, I don't want to say that I don't. These are the ones that stand out. This one I love for blush. I used it for my blush today. This is the 107. And I also love it for more pigmented bronzers, for applying bronzers in a more contoured fashion. And I lay it on its side and apply it on my forehead. If I want it to not be as contoury and cover more space, I will just put it on this side and bronze per usual. So I've been loving that for this, or for that purpose. And then this one, the 206, I used today for the entire look. It's perfect because it fits right in that crease if you want a more precise color application, and then you turn it on this side if you want it to be more blown out, which I did today. So I started more precisely, and then I turned it on this side and buffed it in that way so that it would be more blown out onto my brow bone. And then I wiped it on like a towel to get most of the pigment off, and I went in with that shimmery peach color and I used it to apply it to my lid. So it's very versatile, very multifunctional, and I absolutely love it. Now another BK brush that I have been loving lately is not in the Precision line, but it's one that needs to be mentioned anyways. It's the 105 brush. I have been loving this for bronzer. When I don't use the Bare Minerals bronzer, I have been really gravitating towards my Luminous Bronze Light from Hourglass, and I will just stick this in there and I will use this brush to stamp the product onto my face. I never ever put bronzer on that way, but there's something about the density of this brush that stamps it on and blends it out at the same time, and it's just gorgeous. Obviously, you can use this for powder. I would imagine this would be a very good powder foundation brush because of the density. You could even use it for foundation if you wanted to. But I want to mention that, again, that one is the 105 brush because I have been loving it for bronzer. Now, the blush that I have been loving that I purchased this month is one of the new Nars blushes. This is in the color Tempted, and this is a color that I have on my cheeks today. This is a gorgeous, peachy, sheeny blush. You can't tell. Peach is like the theme this month. The next product I'm going to talk about is peach too. This is warmer than that peach shadow, but it is so pretty. Now, it does have a sheen to it. If you do not like a sheen in your blush, you will not like this. But if you don't mind it and you like that luminous effect that it gives to the cheeks, oh, it's so pretty. So again, I just used this blush, tapped it in, and then just kind of tap it all over my cheeks. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it so, so much. So this is in the color Tempted. And then finally, for powder products, this is the last peach thing I'm going to talk about. And it's the brand new, I do believe, limited edition Extra Dimension Skin Finish Highlight from MAC in the color Postmodernist Peach. I do think this is already sold out on Ulta. I got it from the MAC Cosmetics website. And I was in the store this past weekend, and they do have it still, at least in my store. So it's worth checking out. This is what it looks like in the pan. And it almost looks like it would be like really, really, really intense. But I'm really digging my hands in there. This is what it looks like on the finger. And then when you swatch it, it looks absolutely gorgeous. But then as you blend it out, it just makes the skin look almost glass-like. So it's what I have on my face today. I talked about this in an IGTV video this past, I believe, Monday, where I showed it to you up close, like right after I had applied my makeup. And it just looks like, it's very natural. Like way more natural than I thought it was going to be. And I'm not mad at that. So if you like a good peachy highlighter, peach is my favorite highlight undertone, so I didn't even question getting this. But if you like a good highlighter that has that peach undertone, but especially if you like one that's super natural looking, like I really built this up. But it doesn't look like a stripe on your skin. It's just gorgeous. I would definitely check into this, and probably soon, because I don't anticipate this lasting very long. Finally, for makeup, I did an entire video on this. This is the brand new Kosis Revealer Concealer. I have to tell you, I 100% love this concealer. It definitely deserves the spot in my favorites video this month. I have it on today. I have been wearing it pretty much every day since I've gotten it. This is in the color 3.5. I swatched 3 different colors in that video. If you have not seen it, I'll try to put it up in a card. But that's the color 3.5. It's a yellow undertone, and it brightens my face up, but it's not so bright that it looks crazy. I don't like a super bright concealer. This is very hydrating on me. It lasts all day. It does not crease. It does not crack. It works well under multiple types of powders in multiple functions of setting. I really like this. It's a clean brand, which is a huge plus for me. I love everything that I've tried from Kosis, so I highly recommend trying this. I know a lot of y'all said you were going to based off of that review, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Oh, I know this is long. Okay, this I have to talk about. This is the Blendiful from Tati Beauty, and I know everybody's making videos on it. I'm not going to make a whole video on it. I'm just not. Stuff like that that's so saturated on YouTube, I have no desire to make a video on because I just feel like it's so saturated. But here are my 2 cents on this. This deserves a spot in my favorites video for one function. I'm not the biggest fan of it for others. So I know that the whole point of this is to apply your foundation, your concealer, you know, your powder, your bronzer, your contour, your highlight, like everything. Eyeshadow, I think that's going a little too far, but whatever. It's supposed to be an all-in-one product. I think it's a great idea. It's not groundbreaking. There have been, you know, velour puffs on the market for years upon years, but she is putting a little bit of a different take on it per her personality, and I love that. I respect that. I don't love it. Okay, so I don't love it. I don't hate it for foundation. It's just okay. I don't find myself reaching for it over my brushes, and I don't like it for concealer application. For me, I feel like it takes the concealer off more than it blends it out. What I do love it for is setting the concealer. So I will take it and, you know, how she shows you to do it and really get it real up tight. I will put this in whatever powder I'm using. Pressed powder, loose powder, doesn't matter. It works with everything. And it really gets up there and sets right in that corner. It sets really nicely. I don't like doing this technique with a beauty blender. I know a lot of people will take like a damp beauty blender and get some powder on it and set their under eyes that way. That has never really worked for me. So I was kind of hesitant to try it with this because of that, but this works so much better. For me, it's totally worth the $18 just for that purpose. Now, if you can get it to work for everything, it's way worth the $18. I have not used the small one. It's very dense and I haven't found a use for that yet, but this one I have just really been loving for setting my under eye concealer. It makes it very flawless looking. Two more things that are a little bit random, and I do need to look up something because I want to give someone credit for recommending this line on Etsy. The next two things, the next two things are from Etsy. And when I did my last empties video, I was talking about my Shiseido cotton pads, which I love. I have always loved, but they are very wasteful. I mean, I would use like 2 to 3 a day. I would go through them very quickly. And while I know before someone makes a comment that the amount of makeup that I have is beyond wasteful. I am 1000% very aware of that, okay? I also know I'm not perfect. I want to take baby steps, and if I can take baby steps to do what I can for the earth, I'm going to. So I had asked about reusable cotton. Previously, when I had asked it about that, a lot of people were like, don't get them. You know, they don't work. It's not worth it. But then Gina Swartz, oh y'all, I'm sorry, Gina. Swartz and Druber told me that she had a suggestion for face skins on Etsy. She said after trying 100% cotton pads that were total crap, I came across them. There are several sizes and shapes and are all a polyester, so they're easier to clean. They don't soak up your products and are super soft. I can even use them under my eyes. The shop owner, I think her name is Connie, is lovely and will answer any questions that you have for her. So as you will see with the next two products I'm talking about, I love to buy off Etsy as much as I can because these are small business owners that are just working it. They are working their business. They are trying to make a go at it. And I respect that so much. I cannot tell you. So if I can support that, I'm going to. So I immediately got onto face skins on Etsy. And, you know, Gina was right. They have a ton of different sizes. They have square ones. They have round ones, small ones, large ones, medium ones. I chose these, and I'll have to put them on I'll have to link the exact ones that I got because I don't remember the size, but obviously they're square. Now, they were much more white when I first purchased them, but I did want to show you how well they clean because this is a clean one. I take all of my makeup, like my eye makeup and stuff, off with these, so they're really kind of gross when I wash them, but they wash up really nice. Now, they are so soft, and I have washed them multiple times, and they have not lost their softness. I will use one of these a day. I will use toner on one side in the morning. At night, I will turn it over. I will use my eye makeup remover on one end, and then I'll use toner on one end. These are great. They are great. They work fabulous. I will say if you have a little bit more of a viscous product, like my Revision Soothing Facial Rinse that I love so much, it will not soak in right away. Like, it kind of makes a puddle on the top, so I will take my finger and just press it in a little bit so that when I turn the cotton pad up, it doesn't like go everywhere. And then I will use it, and it works great. The eye makeup remover, I mean, it is so soft around my eyes. I dare say it's softer than the Shiseido cotton pads, truly. And I have not used a cotton pad in almost a month. So when I do 3 times 30, I mean, that's 90 cotton pads that I have not put into waste because of these. They are very easy to wash. I will simply put them in a lingerie delicates bag, put them in with my towels on hot, and they come out looking spiffy clean. So I had to recommend those because even if you're someone who has tried cotton pads, reusable cotton pads in the past and have not liked them, definitely try out these face skins. I think because they're polyester, it makes them a little bit different, but they're so good. So, so good. Now, finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about is a body butter. This is from another brand on Etsy called Bay Harbor Beauty. Now, Julie reached out to me, I want to say like 6 months ago, asking if she could send me some products. She was a subscriber of mine. I said I would love to try them out. She sent them to me. She sent me 3 of her exfoliating washes, which come in tubs like this. I loved them. But here's the thing. My daughter loved them even more, and she proceeded to steal them out of my shower. And even if she didn't steal them out of my shower, if she took a shower in my shower, she would use them. And then she threw them away when they were empty and I couldn't show them in an empties video. So when she reached out again and was like, you know, I've added some more stuff to my site, I'd be happy to send them to me. I'm like, you know what? I would love to try them, but I'm going to buy them because I want to support you. And so I did. I bought another exfoliating wash, which I love. And then this Silky Smooth body butter. This is in the color sandalwood. No, color. What? This is in the scent vanilla sandalwood. Oh, it smells so good. I don't know if you can see it. I have used a big chunk out of it. It smells divine. Now, not only do I love the texture and the moisture that comes from this body butter, but when I first used it, first of all, Chad loves the smell of this. Like, loves it. When I first used it, I felt like the entire bathroom smelled like this vanilla sandalwood. It smelled so good. And then I take night showers. And then I woke up the next morning and I could still smell it. Like, I didn't even wear perfume that day. I could smell it throughout the day. It was divine. I promptly messaged Julie and was like, this is the longest lasting scent in a body butter that I have ever tried. I said, I need to order more scents because they are so good. Now I'm going to wait till I'm done with this until I order more scents, but I will be purchasing more. The vanilla sugar I have in the wash and it smells so good. I think she might have unscented. So if you're somebody who likes to wear perfume and you don't want your body butter to linger, this is still a great natural ingredient formula. The first two ingredients are shea butter and aloe water. There's coconut oil, rice bran oil, lots of good extracts, olive oil, fruit extract, bilberry fruit extract, sugarcane extract, sugar maple extract, orange fruit extract, lemon fruit extract, and then essential oils to make it smell like that. So if you're someone that doesn't like essential oils on your body, I don't mind them. I try to steer clear of a ton on my face. I do use some, but I don't like to overuse it on my face. I do not mind them on my body. I highly suggest checking them out. And message Julie if you have any questions. She will be more than happy to answer them for you. And she did give me a coupon code. It's not an affiliate code. I don't get anything off of this. It just helps you all. And I will put it on the screen. It's for 10% off your order. So let's support these small companies because they deserve it. They're working hard and they are going for it. So that was my long, as always, February favorites. As always, also, I want to know what your favorite was in the month of February. So be sure and let me know that in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope y'all all go out and have a very blessed day.